Hey everyone, Maury Curtis Dunbar here with Painted Studio. Welcome back. We are working on giant Christmas ornaments today. We worked on them a little bit yesterday, but we're going to finish up this one today, and we've got some kind of fun tricks to go with it. We're going to be using a little bit of foil. We'll be using some foil adhesive, and I'm going to share with you one of my favorite tricks when we're working with foil adhesive through stencils. Just a reminder, we are in the middle of our Advent calendar sale. Today is, I'm so bad, I can't even remember what the day of the month it is. It's December 11th, and today's special is 20% off our art resin products. The discount is taken in the cart. It's valid until 11:59 tonight, so definitely take advantage of that if you've been watching any of our resin pouring. Hey, Heather Moss and Angelina and a whole bunch of other people who popped in that scroll by so fast. And Barbara Williams, because I couldn't see all your names. And so that sale goes on tonight until midnight. And then tomorrow there's a whole new product coming on sale. So check the calendar. If you signed up on our email list, check your emails. And always check back on this page because we post it every morning around 10 a.m. what the sale item is. And that sale goes from midnight or 12:01 a.m. to 11:59. I think there's 2 minutes in every day where there's no sale. All right, so we're going to flip down. Hey, Maddie, nice to see you here. We're going to flip down to what we were working on yesterday. All right, let me get my other light out of the middle of it. So this ornament we worked on yesterday and got this cool background finish using should you have to try to buy some things. Yes, take advantage of the sale, Maddie. Look on each day, there's a different product for sale or a different group of products for sale. Each day there are specials going, so take a look. Don't miss out on there's on the calendar that we posted here December 1st. I think I posted again yesterday. I posted the calendar all over again, but if I didn't, I'll post it again tonight so everybody's well aware of what products are going on sale when. Okay, so this one I did last winter and did this side, and it's awfully pretty, very elegant and deep pewtery grays and silvers. And now this is the back side, because the back side always gets seen, and it also gives me another surface to create. So Maddie, don't worry, we all forget, and thank you, Heather, for saying this is adorable. So I have then, once I created this background, I wanted to create some detail on it because it looked very plain to me. And since I hang these in the window of the store before they're purchased, I see the backs all day, every day, and I like them to look a little nicer. Now, the back of this is, I did a cruddy job on this. This has been banged around, but again, it was a great teaching surface, and it will provide a pretty background now that this is done. So if you look on here, you see I have some foil stenciled, some lights stenciled, but they're all in black. Well, I'm going to share with you a favorite trick of mine. If I need to be able to see the areas that I'm stenciling so I can put different colors over them, I add a drop of colorant into my foil adhesive. It makes my life so easy. Now, I put a lot of colorant in here so you all would see it in camera, and it has not affected the adhesive qualities. Let me zoom in a little bit. But I literally only put a drop of black into my foil adhesive. So keep that in mind. You don't need to add tons of color. So this is all, believe it or not, all this black, this is all foil adhesive, and I'm going to prove it to you. And get this in the center of the screen. All right, so this is our silver waterfall foil. I actually need to trim it up because I used it on the ones above it. So I just need to get rid of the used up foil. All right, so I'm going to set this over just the wiring. And most of the time this works so easily I can just rub it with my finger. This is a small surface. And boom, it's silver now. How nice is that to be able to do so that you don't have to worry about putting the foil in the wrong place because you can't see it. See the adhesive. Now I have to watch not to foil the bulbs that's under my finger here. But this is super easy, and this makes it so simple to find different areas that you put foil adhesive on so you don't release the foil in the stuff you don't want to be that color. And I'm sorry, I'm losing my words because I'm trying to pay attention to where I'm laying this down just so I don't screw it up. I want the wires a different color. I want each bulb a different color. I want the sockets that the bulbs are in a different color. So being able to see really clearly where each thing is, as opposed to hoping I get it right by catching the right reflection, sometimes it makes my life just that much simpler. Okay, so now I've foiled all the wires, and we're gonna use a little bit of our gold cubism to get the sockets. And again, I'm just doing this with my finger because, you know, I apply my foil adhesive. It's painfully warm here in the studio today because the weather's been crazy this week. So every day I adjust the thermometer in the studio, the thermostat. And man, I just can't get it right. I'm either cold or I'm hot in here because the weather keeps jumping around. All right, let's do that one. But now you can see how this helps me to isolate the areas because I can see them really clearly, so I can see where I need to place my foil. Now, that one I did a sort of half-assed job on there, but I'll fix that. Okay, so now I have all my sockets foiled. And let's pick another color for a bulb. So let's grab a little red. So you can see I have all of my pieces pre-cut at the moment. Sorry, fire trucks going by. And there we go, we got that one. Let's do a little silver zigzag on this. Doesn't want to work when I want it to work. Scissors don't always want to cut the way I want them to cut. All right, so let's do a little holographic zigzag right here. Boy, these are releasing really well. So clearly, putting a little bit of color in my foil adhesive has not had any effect at all on the quality of my release. Here's a little of our green confetti, and let's pull a little blue leopard. This is our, by the way, this is our brand new, we just brought it in this week, teal and blue, sorry, leopard. There's a little teal, there's blue, it's gorgeous. The release is stunning. And let's pick one last one to go on the bottom. There we go. I used my Garrison glitter because I can get all kinds of looks out of it. I have a variety of color choices on this one. Okay, super cute as it is now, but there is a second layer to this stencil. I'll pull it off from over here. So there is truly a second layer to the stencil, and so we need to line it up. I did not mark my registration lines on here. I'm familiar enough with this stencil that I didn't really need to do that. Okay, I've got that on there. Now I'm going to show you how we do this with our foil adhesive. So like I said, in a separate container, I put foil adhesive and just a drop of the black. I'm going in with a stencil brush, and you're gonna have to clean the daylights out of your stencil brush when you're done, because you do not, gosh, it's all over that piece of plastic, so now it's all over my hand. You do not want this to dry permanently in your stencil brush. It'll be ruined. Now, normally I swirl in a movement like that, but because I'm applying foil adhesive and the way I apply it will leave a little texture behind, I would prefer to have this slightly stippled texture. Okay, let's make sure I got it everywhere I need it. And I've applied a little spray adhesive on the back of my stencil so it does not move as I work. And then I need to come back this way and apply that there. And then I just need to make sure that I am going in and out of the lines that I just put down. Now I'm holding it up because there is dampened foil adhesive right there. But I just want to finish this line so you all can see how that goes. So now I've got my second layer in. What this is going to do is it'll put in a line, it'll put in the highlights, and I just need to wait for it to dry. And I kind of goofed right there because I bumped it with my finger, so let me see if I've got a little brush over here, and I usually do. I just want to fix that line right there. I need a little more adhesive on my brush. There we go. So that'll go through just fine. So now you can see how it's a double line, it winds across. Now I have done this on this top area. Let's get it back in here. I've done that already. This is dried, it's cured up hard enough for us to go back in and put another foil over it. So the first thing I'm going to do is take our Hearts gold foil. I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to rub it down because I want the two wires to contrast. Oh, that worked nicely. Yes, that came out great. I just have a few spots that, of course, I missed because I didn't pay attention when I was setting it down to where I was putting it. Typical of me. I looked before I leapt. Or I didn't look before I left. Jeez, I can't even get my comparisons correct today. It's Friday. Okay, so I've gotten the silver wires done, so look how cute that is. So I just have to deal with what I put on the bulb, and since those are highlights, I'm gonna take again my, where'd it go? Where did I put it? My silver waterfall, and I'm going to apply it to each one of these. And that gives the collar for the bulb and the highlight in the center of the bulb. yeah, this is going to take a little more time than some of the other foiled looks that we've gone for. But I mean, seriously, look how cute. Look how cute that came out. So this is going to dry, and I'll show you what else we're going to, because this still looks kind of Spartan to me, for want of a better word. I'm going to take my stencil and I'm going to crisscross back. And I'm not going to place this super carefully. I want it to be a little random, similar to the way your lights end up on your tree, not perfectly even. So I'm going to take again some of my stencil, and again I've sprayed this with a little bit of adhesive. I'm going to come zoom back out a little bit, and I'm just going to pounce Now, if I miss any of your comments, it's because I'm looking down. I'll go back, I'll read them, I'll answer them, I promise. I always do. And if I don't see them tonight, I usually catch them later. Okay, so we're gonna pull that off. And again, I just have to get this one little spot right here. A little foil adhesive. And then we do the same process all over. All right, let me, sorry, I didn't mean to freeze you all. So now you're gonna see how that's gonna build up, and this is gonna look wrapped in lights. All of that black disappears, but it is super, super helpful for knowing where to place the foils. Now, I just wanted to show you one other thing, which is our Christmas stocking cutout that we did yesterday and the day before. I wanted to show you how it finished out. I'm gonna move the foil adhesive so I don't get something on it. So here's this side with the glitter and the rollers and the foil adhesive and the stencils, I mean the stamping rollers through stain. That side came out super cute. And then this side was the side I was dragging that funny tool through on the glass bead gel that I created with our glass beads and glitter and the Artsyville gel medium. Look how cool that is. It's a great reflective glassy texture. So like I said, I'll often finish both sides of one of these so that I can play with different finishes, and whoever buys it from me has got the bonus that they can hang it from either side and still have it look good. And if I really needed to, I could get my manufacturer to make me a secondary capper for it so I could cap on this side. Although I would say that this material is going to be very hard to adhere something to. So if I was doing this on the stocking again, I would have taped off where the points of the stocking capper on this side go so that I could glue this down flat and neatly. Okay. Somebody's asking where I got this stencil from. All right, this was an old one that I've had around forever. Let me check in if I'm correct in who I think makes it. This is an old 1997 Jan Dressler stencil. This stencil is 23 years old. That's how long we keep some of our stencils. Now, if you want a Christmas light stencil, let me flip this up. Okay. I don't carry them. If you want a Christmas light stencil, first of all, this says, I'll put this up so you can read it, Jan Dressler, 1997, number 125. You can do an Etsy search, or not an Etsy search, an eBay search for it. But my favorite search engine for stencils when I need something that I personally don't carry is stencilsearch.com. Stencil, not stencils, stencilsearch.com. Very useful. I pull stuff all the time from different places when I need different things for my clients. It's the reason I have a couple hundred stencils floating around in the back of my studio, because I've needed them for different things. I have stencils that, as you can tell, 23 years old. I don't throw my stencils out. I take care of them, I keep them clean, and I make sure they're usable for the next project. Stencilsearch.com, you might find one at Michael's. I have not been very impressed with the stencil selection at some place like Joann, but sometimes you might find these in the Martha Stewart section. But again, do an online search at Stencil Search, or just simply in Google, do Christmas light stencils, and you'll find it. But when you do a Google search for something like Christmas light stencils, you might get stencils that are meant to go on Christmas lights. That's how Google works. If you go to Stencil Search, they'll direct you for a specific stencil. All right, everybody. Gosh, it's all great. It's so nice to have all of you here. I really appreciate it. So you can now see where we're going to go with this. We've got the double layer applied up here with highlights and all completely foiled. Then we have our tinted foil adhesive that I tinted myself. Don't buy it this way. You just put a drop of colorant into your adhesive to shift the color to make it easier for you to see. I put more in here just because you guys needed to be able to see what I was doing on camera. Truly, just a little tiny bit. You just want to shift the color enough so that it's easier for you to read if you have to apply multiple colors of foil over your adhesive. We've gone down to the bottom for the most basic, all the way up to the top. You can see how we're going to start crisscrossing these lines over. Yes, if you've got somebody with a Cricut maker who can make something like that for you. And I just dropped mine. Fortunately, I dropped it adhesive side up. It's like a peanut butter sandwich. Thank goodness it didn't land sticky side down. Yes, you could probably, if you have Cricut makers, you could probably come up with stencils like this, either cut in Mylar or cut on vinyl for a one-time use. You could even cut, if you're not a stenciler and you don't paint, you could cut those Christmas lights out on your Cricut maker out of the glittered vinyl and stuff. I just love doing it with this because it's not, I don't add any extra texture to it, and this clearly will not peel off if I screwed it up. It's permanent until I paint over it. All right, everybody. One more friendly reminder. We are Advent Calendar Sale Week. Keep an eye on that calendar. If you're on our email list, we send you emails on every morning or every other morning with the sales. We don't generally inundate you at all with emails. We're just doing more of it this month because we're running different specials every day. So definitely, if you haven't signed up for our email, please go to paintedstudio.com, sign up for the email, because there will be specials that only go out to people on our email list. If you haven't signed up, you won't get that special. Right now, everybody's getting the sale for our Advent calendar month. So keep an eye out on the page, keep an eye on your emails, keep an eye on Instagram, keep an eye on here. We will announce every day which product is for sale. Today's special product for sale is art resin. 20% off. Desiree, thank you, sweetheart, for the sprinkle. I appreciate it. Sorry, I was looking at like Vere's question and your response, and it clicked in my brain weird for a second. All right, everyone, I have shipments to get out. So I have to finish up now, run and get everybody's shipments out, and then I'm gonna go home and, I don't know, write more ads and do more social media and all of that kind of stuff. It never stops. All right, everybody, have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.